This big viewing rock here was actually repurposed.
Wasn't well constructed. It was too close to the house, so I couldn't see and enjoy it.
You can see the water is crystal clear.
All right, so this, Karina, is a project that you did last year, rebuilding an existing water feature, right?
That's correct.
And I'm assuming that these hydrangeas you planted as well?
These hydrangeas were here before.
But you did the landscaping here.
We did the landscaping around the pond and the patio.
All right, let's check out a beautiful
check it out.
Aquascape ecosystem water feature at a cool house. What town are we in?
Brighton, Ontario.
Brighton, Ontario.
Last week.
Good, so you got a coffee cup, but you're gonna move to the bay, I hear.
Hopefully.
So how did this story go? So you had an existing pond, but it wasn't anything like what you got now, I'm guessing.
Absolutely, and it wasn't aesthetically pleasing, fair term, guys. It wasn't well constructed. It was too close to the house, so I couldn't see and enjoy it.
How long did you have it?
I just bought the house 3 years ago.
Okay.
And the pond, because of its construction, it had a lot of algae in it, so I wasn't able to see the fish. I was pretty sure it wasn't a healthy environment. So I got online and started searching for somebody that was qualified to deal with a pond, and came across Lavish Gardens, and Karina and the team have been here it seems like ever since. First just trying to help me make the pond that was here a better environment for the fish that I had, and then eventually we started losing water, and the decision was made to go back to the drawing board, and Karina and the team designed and then built what you see there today. It's a fantastic pond.
Compare and contrast the old pond versus the new one.
You can't compare them. What did you refer to it as? Like a string of pearls?
The ring of pearl
ring of pearls,
flagstones around the outside.
Soup green.
No rock and gravel inside, just a liner.
There was rock and gravel, but it was more like a bowl shape.
Yeah,
so
it fell down.
We tried to get in there to clean it. All the rocks would tumble down to the bottom. It was very difficult to maintain it.
It was
impossible.
green.
It was always great.
And now the maintenance with the new pond?
Much easier. The equipment is great. It's easy to use. Still trying to master the, what do you call it? The copper, the ionic.
The ion jet?
Yeah. So
It's a first year pond. You put it in last year?
Yes.
Yeah. Ponds are like puppies. Year 1 is a little harder than year 2, and by year 3, it's all dialed in.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well, let's go check it out.
All right.
The old pond used to be here.
Oh, okay. So you went met a whole new location.
Yeah, we filled that in and moved it to where it could be enjoyed by the patio.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's the
scene from the sunroom.
Oh yeah, just the outdoor environment. So is this a ritual? Do you come out here and feed the fish?
Every day.
Yeah, isn't that relaxing?
At lunch hour.
Oh, because you work from home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
They're, as soon as I go to the edge of the pond, they immediately come over to be fed.
Yeah, they were walking as soon as they heard my footsteps.
Yep.
Nice. So Moby is the koi that you inherited when you bought the house.
Yeah. All the fish were here when I bought the property. Unfortunately, last fall I did lose a number of fish to a predator.
But Moby made it.
Moby made it. He was injured, but he seems to be healing well. This summer I noticed I have 4 fish that are now about 3 inches. So the pond is clearly healthy and sustaining the
they're growing, yes.
Got lots of frogs, which is always fun. I call this the bee bar. There aren't a lot here right now, but somewhere close by, there are some honeybees, a hive, and they come in here onto the rocks and get water and then take off. So
yes, which is good. It's part of the environment, is to be able to have a place for the insects and the wildlife. And I'm sure you see dragonflies out here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The birds come to drink in the pond. Some of the birds will go up into the stream and
bathe up there. It is absolutely a magnificent little paradise. Well, thank you for this hospitality.
Pleasure.
This customer had a koi pond that was built by another contractor years ago, and it was just not built properly. It was impossible to maintain it, and it was always pea soup green. It was located here in this area, and we suggested to move the pond and rebuild the pond completely, which we did last year for her fish so that she could enjoy her fish. So we installed this gorgeous pond here, and we added wetland filter to accommodate the high fish load. And so this is the wetland here with these beautiful waterfalls flowing into the pond. And you can see the water is crystal clear. And the pump vaults are situated here in the intake bay. And I'll just show you the pond from the front a little bit here so you can see the fish and enjoy this amazingly beautiful water feature. Here's the intake bay. You see a little goldfish swimming in it, looking for some food. We decided to position the pond near the patio and the fire pit so that the whole living area could be integrated with the pond. We've got koi here called Moby. He's very happy in his new environment. So I'd like to introduce you to Kyle. This is our water feature foreman. Hi, Kyle.
Hey.
Kyle built this feature, so I'll let him say a few words about it.
So as Karina had already mentioned, there was an existing pond here when we showed up, and there's always algae issues and visibility issues, and there was just too much of a fish load for the existing pond. So we filled that one in and rehomed the fish over here. So the new pond is equipped with an intake bay. We have an 8 PN in the intake bay plumbed into a manifold here. So we have the pond going up to a wetland filter to accommodate the fish load. We also have a surface jet on the far side as well as a bottom jet just beneath that surface jet. So we constantly have water moving towards the intake bay. See this awesome 360 rock here with aeration. This big viewing rock here, it was actually repurposed. It used to go over an old stream for the old pond that was actually back here where the garden is now. So the old pond used to follow from here, followed a stream back to here that had like an off-brand sort of biofalls. So we actually built this whole area up here. There's about 20 or 30 yards of soil being retained here for the wetland.
So fun to meet people, and I love the fact that she bought a house with an existing water feature. It didn't work. She didn't just, well, first of all, they ripped it out, but she didn't just give up. She called a certified aquascape contractor. Ponds done right, customers served right is our mantra. If you're interested in living the aquascape lifestyle, we're interested in helping you. We're going to put a link below to find a certified aquascape contractor by you. I love my job.